What's up guys, MattyZ14 here, and today I'm bringing you guys a new series on the channel. It's going to be an NBA 2K18 series where what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one player and I'm going to simulate their entire career, and I'm going to see how many championships they win, how many MVPs they win, all-star appearances, stuff like that. So today I'm going to be starting with Kyrie Irving, who's one of my favorite players in the league right now, if not my favorite player. So, what I'm doing is I'm controlling the Celtics, but I have all the settings turned to automation. I'll show you guys that real quick. So everything is set to auto, so the AI, except trades. So the AI is going to handle the lineups, the changes to the roster and stuff, training camps, drafts, everything like that. Basically all I'm going to be doing is just simulating. They'll handle coaching changes and all that. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna follow through the player's entire career up until they retire. If the player switches teams, I'm gonna switch to that team and continue the simulation. So we'll take a look at the lineup real quick. Alright, so then let's just jump right into it. I did a start today as the Boston Celtics, so there's a couple games left. So I'm gonna simulate the rest of this season, and we'll see what happens. Celtics are obviously going to make the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens when they get to the playoffs. I turned injuries off, so anyone who was injured is now healthy, and then there won't be any injuries in the future, just because it seems kind of stupid to focus on like Kyrie Irving and then he potentially gets injured and he's out. I know that's more realistic, but for the sake of this video, I'm keeping injuries off. So at the end of the first season, James Harden wins MVP, Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year, JJ Barea, Sixth Man, Andre Drummond, Defensive Player of the Year, and Aaron Gordon, Most Improved. Interesting. So I might not go through these awards at the end of every season, unless if the player I'm focusing on wins one, like Kyrie Irving won All-NBA Third Team this year. I doubt I'm going to see him on All-Defensive Team. Alright, so the Celtics ended up with the first seed, so that's interesting. So I'm going to simulate the first round right here. Celtics are up against the Bucks. And wow, they ended up getting upset by the Bucks in the first round. Let's see what Kyrie did. He averaged 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's the scoring is pretty good. Rebounds is pretty good for him as well, but the assists is way too low. But alright, so that was the end of the first season. Wasn't a whole lot happening right there. So now I'm going to simulate through the off season as the Rockets beat the Cavs and Chris Paul is the Finals MVP. So I'm going to simulate through the entire off season, and then I will see you guys at the end of the next season. Okay, so we're here at the end of the 2019 season. Russell Westbrook wins MVP, DeAndre Ayton, Rookie of the Year. What I'm gonna do for this video, or these videos I should say, is I'm gonna try to use the realistic draft classes that people have created as far as I can. If we get into like the year like 2030 or something, and nobody has a draft class made, then I might just auto-generate it. But that's my intentions for that. So Nikola Vucevic is Sixth Man of the Year. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty interesting. Alex Abrinas, Most Improved, and Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year again. Okay. Any awards? Any Kyrie Irving on here? Nope, no Kyrie Irving. Alright, so the Celtics ended up with the 5th seed. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I had to play around with a couple settings. I was messing around with some stuff. I picked a different team to see if it would sim better, but so here we are. We're back at the playoffs. And let's see, where's the standings? Oh, it's not going to show us the standings. But yeah, so Boston finished with the 5th seed. Let's see, where was Kyrie? Kyrie averaged 20 points and 6 assists. He went down a lot in scoring. So, I mean, it might be because, like, now Gordon Hayward is a 90 overall. Jason Tatum's improving. So his numbers might start to dwindle a bit. So We're gonna have to see how he could do in the playoffs. So let's simulate the current round. And the Celtics are up. Okay, they win. They win in 6 against the Pacers. Okay, so they're taking on the Bucks in the second round. The Bucks were the ones that upset the Celtics last year. So let's see. Game 1, the Celtics win. Game 2, the Bucks win. Celtics are up 2-1. Now 3-1. Alright, the Celtics move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. So now they're taking on the Cavs, who are at the 6th seed somehow. It's weird, when 2K sims stuff, they sim it really weird. Unless LeBron left, which I don't think he did. No, he's still there. So it was weird that the Cavs were in 6th. So let's see. Game 1, the Cavs win. Game 2, the Celtics win. Game 3, the Cavs. Game 4, the Cavs. And the Celtics get knocked out in 5. It looks like Kyrie's only going to have that one championship from Cleveland. So let's just simulate the rest of this. And Houston, I believe, came back from a 3-1 deficit, and they end up winning again. It's back-to-back finals for them, and Chris Paul's the MVP for back-to-back years. Alright, so that's it for the 2019 season, and I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Okay, we're at the end of the 2020 season. Giannis wins MVP. RJ Barrett, Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, 6th Man of the Year for the Kings. Defensive Player of the Year, Andre Drummond wins it again. Terry Rozier, Most Improved on the Magic. That's interesting. So I guess the Celtics traded him, or he signed in the offseason. And then Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year for the Warriors. Alright, let's see. Does Kyrie win any awards? Kyrie Irving, all the NBA second team. Alright, very nice. And the Celtics finished with the 1st seed. They were 54-28. So let's see, how did Kyrie do? He was 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. Alright, that's a pretty big improvement from last year. He went up by 4 points and up by about 2 rebounds. That's pretty good. I just saw he's 92% from the free throw line. I think that's a career high. Career high in assists. So, alright, maybe he's starting to improve a bit. Gordon Hayward's a 91. Tatum is an 88. So this team overall is improving. I think Kyrie signed a 3-year deal in the offseason this year. So he's going to be on this team for a while unless they trade him. Oh, and they got Zion Williamson as well. But, okay, so now let's jump into the playoffs. They're playing the Bulls in the first round. Game 1, the Bulls win, of course, because 2K simulations are garbage. Game 2, the Bulls win. Game 3, the Bulls win. What the hell's going on here? Hold on a second. Is Kyrie just, not showing up in the playoffs? 18 a game. What the hell, Kyrie? Come on, Boston. Okay, so they win Game 4. They're down 3-1. Okay, they won Game 2. I'm sorry, that was Game 5. They have 2 wins now. Alright, they're bringing it to Game 7. Let's see. Let's see how they do. If it's a close game in the end, I might jump in. Okay, they end up winning. They overcame a 3-0 deficit. That's crazy. Whoops. Let's see, how did Kyrie do in that first round? Okay, he finished with 24 points and 6 assists in the first round. So that was a big improvement, because they were down. They had their backs against the wall, and he clutched it out. So the second round, they're taking on the Magic. They win Game 1. They lose Game 2. They win Game 3. They win Game 4. And they win Game 5. Alright, so they're in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks. In the regular season, the Bucks beat them 3 out of 4 times. I think they beat them every time. The Bucks beat the Celtics, I mean. So let's finish off that round. So let's see. Game 1, Milwaukee wins. Game 2, Boston wins. Game 3, Milwaukee. Game 4, Milwaukee. Let's see, what is this, Game 6? They're down by 12, it's not looking good. Oh wait. They're down by 1 with a minute and a half left. I'm gonna jump into this game real quick. I'll see if I can clutch this out. So I'll see you guys in the game. Alright, so we're here in the game. We have the ball. We're down by 1 with a minute and a half left. Let's get Kyrie in. Hopefully he didn't foul out. Is Gordon Hayward playing point guard? I don't know. Jaylen Brown is playing point guard. Alright. That's interesting. Alright, so Jaylen Brown with the dunk puts us up by 1. I want to get Kyrie Irving in though.
Morris is out there with Tatum, and it's Hayward, then there's Brown, and it's Williamson.
Alright, let's see if we can clutch this one out. It is on Hall of Fame as well, I forgot to mention that. Nice D, Tatum. Can we get Kyrie Irving in, please? I'm going to end up playing the rest of this game without Kyrie Irving. I hope he didn't foul out. I hate that animation. I don't understand why they never just take a jump shot in that situation. Okay, good. There's Kyrie. Kyrie Irving's one of my favorite players to play as in this game. Really? And he gets a charge. Come on, Kyrie. Alright, so we're up by 1 with 45 seconds left.
They're trailing by 1. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game.
Kyrie Irving's the player of the game so far, 18 and 7. Not bad.
He's just been a smasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket.
Alright, let's see. We got a little less than a minute left. We just gotta make them not score. Which is easier said than done when they have the Greek Freak on their team. Oh, come on. You gotta get that rebound. Alright, so Giannis hits the first tie game, 35 seconds left. And he hits the second one. Alright, so Kyrie's really going to have to turn it on right now. Alright, let's see. Can we do something with Kyrie? Alright, I'll take the foul. I'm a pretty good free throw shooter with him. Alright, he makes the first, ties the game. Alright, puts us up by 1. Let's go.
Always in control, doesn't rush all that much, and very good at running the offense.
Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth.
Alright, it's basically like a 1-possession game. We just have to play defense for 1 possession. Ooh, that was a nice move. Good rebound. Oh my god, and then he turns it over. Are you serious? They're probably going to go for the buzzer beater. That's so annoying. Whenever the camera turns like that. Ooh, Smart with the steal. Alright, I think that's going to be the game. If he hits this second one, we're in a very good position. Because they'll be down by 3 with 3 seconds left and no timeouts. Okay. So they basically need like a full court 3-pointer. Oh, that was close. That was actually a pretty close shot. Alright, so then the Celtics end up taking game 5. And I'll see you guys back at the playoff screen. Alright, so we're back at the playoff screen. Celtics are down 2-3, 3-2. Let's see, are they going to win game 6 now? Nope, they lose. So all that was for nothing. Alright, so then the Bucks end up winning the championship. Giannis is the MVP with 25, about 10, and 3 assists. He's at 98 overall now. Damn. Alright, so then I'm going to see you guys in the end of the next season. Okay, and we're at the end of the season. Giannis wins MVP again, getting 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. I believe that's his 2nd in a row, and maybe his 3rd overall. Vernon Carey Jr., Rookie of the Year. Jordan Bell, 6th Man of the Year. Kawhi wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tyler Ulis, Most Improved. And Steve Kerr's the Coach of the Year. Let's see, did Kyrie make any teams? Oops. Let's see, All-NBA first, no. He made All-NBA second team again. I don't think he's made All-NBA first team yet at all, which is a little surprising. So let's see what his stats were for the year. 24 points, 9 assists, so his assist numbers are going up. His points are staying about the same. How's he shooting? Shot 50% from the field. That's pretty good. 42% from deep, and then 89% from the free throw line. It's down a little bit, but that's still really good. So now let's see. We're playing the Cavs in the first round, which is kind of interesting that the Cavs were in 8th place. I wonder if LeBron is still there. So, alright, so let's see, can Kyrie finally bring a championship back to Boston? Game 1 they win. Game 2 they lose. Game 3 they lose. Game 4 they lose. And Game 5 they lose. I don't understand why in 2K the 8th seed can upset the 1 seed so easily. Let me see, do they even have LeBron on the Cavs? Okay, yeah, they do. They have LeBron, Kevin Love, Colin Sexton, Kyle Lowry. Alright, so that's actually a pretty good team. I don't know why that was in 8th place. So let me simulate the rest of the playoffs. I might try and play around with some settings, maybe turning down the simulation difficulty a bit, because it's just overly, like, it's way too challenging when you're simming. I don't know why, it always just makes you play worse. So the Cavs win the championship. LeBron is 23, 8, and 9, and he's the Finals MVP. So I will see you guys at the end of the 2022 season, where hopefully Kyrie can bring Boston a championship. Alright, and at the end of the season, Giannis wins MVP again. I think that's his, like, 3rd or 4th MVP. LeBron James Jr. wins Rookie of the Year. What a surprise. Vucevic, 6th Man of the Year again. Whiteside, Defensive Player of the Year. Someone I've never heard of, Most Improved. And Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. Celtics were first in the East. They were 58 and 24, as you can see. Let's see, any All-NBA teams for Kyrie? DeAndre Ayton is a 91 right now. Kyrie Irving, All-Second team again. Alright, so Boston's #1 playing New York. New York finally made the playoffs. So let's see, Game 1, the Knicks win. Game 2, the Celtics win. Game 3, the Knicks win. Game 4, the Celtics win. Game 5, the Celtics win. And Game 6, the Celtics win. Okay, that was a little too close. Alright, so now they're playing the Bulls in the second round. They win Game 1. They win Game 2. They lose Game 3. They lose Game 4. They win Game 5. And they win Game 6. Alright, they're in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hornets, who, believe it or not, were in 2nd place. So let's see. The Hornets win Game 1. Celtics win Game 2, Hornets Game 3, Hornets Game 4, and the Celtics get knocked out again. Wow. This could potentially be Kyrie's last year in Boston, because it's the last year on his deal and they didn't give him an extension, so unless they re-sign him in the offseason. So let's simulate the rest of the playoffs. And the Charlotte Hornets win the championship. Very interesting. Alright, so that was the 2022 season. I'll see you guys at the end of the 2023 season. Alright, so here we are. Kyrie Irving finally wins MVP, averaging 26 points and about 9.5 assists, shooting 92% from the free throw line. It was about time he finally wins the MVP. Some rookie is the Rookie of the Year. Someone else, 6th man. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, is Most Improved. And the randomly generated Coach of the Bulls is the Coach of the Year. Alright, so Kyrie, All-NBA first team, I would hope so. So the Celtics actually finished in the 2nd seed. They were 9 games behind the Bulls at the All-Star break, and they went on a 13-game winning streak in the last month, and they were like half a game or a full game behind the Bulls, so that was actually really close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through this a little bit faster now because I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm just going to simulate by rounds. Hopefully this is the year that Kyrie wins his championship in Boston. They beat the Pacers in the first round, and now they're going against the Knicks. They sweep them in the second round, and now it's them up against the Bulls, and they get swept by the Bulls. They sweep the first 2 rounds and then just get swept in the end. And the Bulls win the finals. Chris Dunn is the finals MVP with 9 points and 6 assists. Okay, 2K. Makes complete sense. So then that was the 2023 season. I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Okay, so we're here at the end of, I believe this is the 2024 season or the 2023 season. Giannis wins MVP again. That's like the 4th or 5th time. Rookie of the Year, 6th man's Trae Young. And Giannis wins Defensive Player. That's interesting. Okay. And any Kyrie Irving awards? No. Yeah, the Celtics were the 7th seed. They barely managed to sneak into the playoffs. Let's see how Kyrie Irving did. 18.5 points and 9 assists. The assists are good, but the scoring is down. This auto-generated player, Charles Bassey, he did really well for them. But yeah, Kyrie Irving's numbers are starting to dwindle. So we're going up against the Bulls in the first round again. They beat the Celtics last year, and the Celtics upset them. Interesting. Now they're playing the Heat, who are the 6th seed, and they get eliminated. At this rate, it looks like Kyrie's not going to win another championship. Because not that he's starting to regress, but like his teams are starting to get worse. So the Heat win the championship, and some auto-generated player is the Finals MVP. So I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Okay, here we are at the end of the season, and Kyrie wins another MVP, getting 22 points and 9 assists. Not bad, pretty solid numbers. Here's the rest of the awards. Dejounte Murray, 6th Man of the Year. Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. I believe the Celtics finished in 1st. Kyrie gets all NBA first team. So they're playing the Raptors in the first round. Let's simulate this round. Hopefully Kyrie can get his first championship in Boston in this season. So they beat the Raptors in 6, playing the Knicks in the next round, and they sweep them. And they're going up against the Bulls again, who've been a thorn in the Celtics side in this video. So let's simulate that round. And the Celtics are finally in the NBA Finals. It took like 8 years since I started this video for them to make it. They're going up against the 7th-seeded Golden State. That's interesting. So let's see. And Boston wins. Kyrie finally wins his first championship in Boston. He's the Finals MVP with 17 points and 9 assists. So that's it for the 2025 season, and I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Alright, at the end of the 2025 season, I believe, Ben Simmons is the most valuable player, which I'm actually kind of surprised it took that long for him to win MVP. And then here's the rest of the rewards. And Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. Let's see. LeBron James' son is a 93 overall. He was all NBA first team. I don't know why this keeps doing this. Whenever I push R2, it like jumps too far ahead. So no Kyrie on any all-NBA teams. That's kind of surprising. How did he do this year? 20 points, 8 assists. Not bad. Alright, let's simulate the first round against Indiana. And they sweep. Let's simulate the second round against Toronto. They sweep them as well. And they're playing Chicago again. And they beat Chicago in 6. Let's see, can they repeat against the Portland Trail Blazers? They win 1, 2, 3, and they win. They win in 5. And this auto-generated player is the Finals MVP, so it's not Kyrie anymore. So Kyrie's reign could be coming to an end. So that was it for the 2026 season, actually. And I'll see you guys at the end of the next season. Alright, Alright, we're here at the end of the 2027 season. Kyrie Irving wins MVP again. That's his third one on the Celtics. The Celtics went 64-18, I think. They dominated the East. They were like 16 games in first or something like that. There's the rest of the rewards. Brad Stevens wins Coach of the Year. Kyrie Irving, All-NBA First Team. Alright, so let's quickly sim through these playoffs. They're playing the Hornets in the first round. And they beat the Hornets in 7. That was close. Now they're playing the Bulls. They sweep the Bulls. And lastly, the Pistons. And they beat them in 5, and they're going up against the Blazers. I think the Celtics won last year, so I think this could potentially be a repeat or a three-peat. I don't remember, actually. Let's see. They lose in 7. Alright. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just simulate to the end of Kyrie Irving's career, because most of the players now are starting to not know them. They're all randomly generated. Most of the current NBA players are all retired, like Durant, LeBron. There's only 5 regular NBA players that are superstars still left. So yeah, I'm going to just sim to the end of his career, and then I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, it's finally that time. After 21 years in the league, at the age of 41, Kyrie Irving is retiring. He did not want to retire for some reason. It took many years before he finally decided to retire. So we'll take a quick look at his stats. He ended up not even playing in his last season. I think we stopped around the 25-26 season, so right around here. So then he ended up regressing a bit. He was still pretty good for a while, and then just these last couple years he just dropped off completely. So his career stats, he's a career 21-point scorer, 7 assists per game, which is actually pretty good. And then let's see his awards. Award history, he's a 3-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion. So I think LeBron won once during this simulation, so LeBron has 4 and Kyrie has 3. So he didn't end up passing LeBron. He's a 14-time All-Star, 3-time First-Team All-NBA, 2nd-Team All-NBA, and 4-time Second-Team All-NBA, 2-time Third-Team NBA. That's kind of hard to say, and that rhymed. Alright, and he won Rookie of the Year once. So that's it. Let's see if he makes the Hall of Fame, which I would imagine he will. Yep, Kyrie Irving Hall of Fame. 1,500 games played, 21 points, 7 assists in the year 2033. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave some comments on how I can improve these videos, or any players you might want to see next. And that's all for this one. And remember, if you like what you see, subscribe to me. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.